Hi everyone, welcome to Awakening Tarot, and this is your daily card reading for Wednesday the 19th of August. Let's go into the energy, just going into the energy of my spirit guides, Nicholas and John, my soul essence, Sacred Mother Earth, and the masculine and the feminine energies, and the energy of Avalon, Glastonbury, UK, where I am right now. And let's just see what message Spirit's got coming through for us. Apologies for the delay, it's because I'm away with my children and I'm just enjoying a nice time really. Okay, let's see what Spirit is bringing through for us. So we have got the Nine of Swords in reverse. You know, this is like somebody feeling under someone's power. But really they're not. They're really not under anybody's power. This is, there's like a king sitting on a throne and a feminine facing him. And there's lots of swords around. She's very exposed. I don't know if you can see that. She's very exposed and he's staring at her. It's in reverse, so this feminine energy person is realizing, actually I'm not under this person's control. I do have my own free will, and I am actually my own person. So there's a sense of liberation here, there's a sense of freedom, and there's a sense of breaking free from, I think, Four of Cups. What is this? Mother of Pentacles. I love that. The Queen of Pentacles. Beautiful. And who is this? Wow. This is a Knight of Swords here coming in. Okay, so, you know, there's, with the Four of Cups, there is disappointment here. There's a feminine who's liberating herself after feeling trapped, after feeling stuck under someone's power. This feminine probably felt very much like the masculine person's got the power here, but liberating herself from that state and saying, actually, do you know what, like, I'm realizing now my own power lies in my mystery. Working through some disappointed feelings at the same time, okay, honoring those disappointed feelings, that's there, but it is about giving back to the feminine. This is all about remembering her true power, remembering who she really is, and drawing on the power of her ancestors, of the power of her soul, her spirit, her being. Okay, because this is what I get shown, it's all within this feminine energy person, whatever gender this person is. They hold the key, they hold the secret, they hold the mysteries. They know really what's going on with this other person. To be honest with you, they know exactly how to draw them back in. Here is the Knight of Swords coming back. The last message we had yesterday was about somebody having to go away so that they can come back. And this is what is happening. The feminine knows all of this. The feminine energy person can read this other person much better than they think. That, you know, and actually it's a lot, it's just about, don't fight it. You know what's going on. You know what this person is feeling. You know what this person is thinking. You may not like it, and you may fight it initially because it feels unfair. But the point is, when you work through those feelings and you come to more of a place of acceptance and openness what you're actually doing is liberating yourself back to your true soul essence. And like I said yesterday, it's not about going back into ego or dysfunctional thought patterns or playing games, because then you're kind of really playing into the hands of this other person. This masculine person is playing a bit of a game. It's not a game in the sense of abuse. It's actually because of their own fear programs. That's why they're doing it. And actually, in a sense, they're inviting this feminine to be drawn down into a more negative place. You know, because what they're doing is they're insecure. This masculine is insecure and wants to see, well, what is this feminine person going to do? Yeah? Is she going to become reactive? Is this feminine going to sort of sabotage the situation? Because if she does, well, that's great, because then I don't have to go deeper. I don't have to face my fears. I don't have to deal with my dysfunctional thought patterns. Yeah? You can see. That's what I'm saying. This feminine is liberating herself. She's remembering the true empress that she is, because she's momentarily forgotten. Yeah? This person, this feminine energy person, momentarily forgot, and now is doing everything to give back to self, to become the true dynamic essence that she is. And this will bring the Knight of Swords back in at great speed, at great pace. It's in complete alignment here. This is the soul speaking. This is the soul essence shining the light, shining the way forward. Not the ego, not playing games, not putting on a front or pretending to be someone you're not. Keep going back into the heart chakra. That is the true alignment. That is going to draw this person back in. Yeah, because it would be very easy for both people, both parties, to retreat back into the ego, back into games. Yeah, but it's not about power and control. It's about tuning in on a psychic level and feeling the energy of the other person and being respectful of your own energy. That's what the Empress in reverse is all about. It's not actually the Empress, it's the Mother of Pentacles, but it's the Empress in the Minor Arcana. And it really is about that. It is about remembering, actually, you know, I am a goddess. I am beautiful. My feminine energy makes me special. It makes me divine. It makes me who I am. And it makes me magnetic when I embrace it. But also when I know my worth. You know, you may have to fight for me. I may be, you know, elusive when I'm honouring my own self and I'm giving back to myself. You know, this is a more magnetic energy. We have got here this card arising. Now, I don't know what that is, whether that is the Hangman or what, but we have a feminine asleep and the masculine like a spirit really above her bed, and it's very beguiling. This is the magnetic energy of the feminine here, the polarities of the feminine and the masculine when they're in their true essences. And it does take one person to lead the way. It does take one person to come into their true soul essence so that the other person can recognize that and sense it and then become a vibrational match for it. If you've got one person playing games in the ego because of insecurities and then the other one sinks into that to mirror it, you've got two people in ego, that's when you've got toxic relationship. It does take one person to rise above this. And when that person does rise above the disappointment of the ego, remember it's just the ego that's disappointed here, this other person can rise up. You see, the masculine comes back in. And we've got the Four of Pentacles, which is really about, it is about fear. It is about the fear of the masculine coming back in. There's fear because this masculine's not experienced this before. This masculine has not experienced this energy before. Maybe even the feminine hasn't. So that's why both of them have experienced fear and retreated back into ego games at times. But now is the time for them to get real. The feminine, I feel, whoever's got the more feminine energy in the relationship, I feel that person is the one who is taking a stand to know their self-worth, to use this very tricky relationship as a tool of the journey back to self, and through that ultimately will remagnetize the polarities, you know, and the masculine will come back in. Four of Wands reverse. Yes, the way it wasn't a stable foundation. So it's quite interesting. We've got lots of naked people on these cards. You can't actually see, so, you know, if you don't like seeing naked pictures, you can't see anyway. But yeah, it's been exposing. That's the thing. It has been an exposing journey. That's why there's been a lot of reactivity between these two people. And, you know, it's been tricky. But the point is, we've got a transformation occurring. This is the transformation card. There's a massive awakening going on here as the feminine awakens to her true value, and stops mirroring any ego games and stops fighting it and just tunes into the masculine energy. She knows what that masculine's thinking. She knows what that masculine is feeling. You know, you can actually read each other like a book. It's just the ego that comes in at times and makes it confusing. You strip that away, go into the heart, you'll know exactly what this person is thinking. And, you know, it may not be going in the pace that you want, and it may not be in the way that you want, but at the end of the day, you can read this masculine person like a book. You do know what they're thinking and doing, and you know really ultimately what you need to do to draw them back in, which is basically get back in your self-worth, get back in your essence. You know, it's as simple as that. And it may take a bit longer, you know, it's like playing the long game. But anything worth having, as my teacher put it, Louisa, anything worth having takes time. So there is a major transformation and a rising going on. I always talk about lately Eckhart Tolle, talking about the silence, the stillness, the space, and the not doing creates a space for the unmanifest realms to enter, for infinite transformation to take place when we're in complete acceptance of everything the way it is right now. That does take soul searching and digging deep, because sometimes what's going on right now is hurting the ego. But if you can just move through that and come to terms with that, and accept that pain, it becomes less painful. It's actually very liberating, because then the feminine starts to remember who she really is, which is very beautiful, very powerful, very magnetic. Actually, she's got her own creative life, her own goals, her own friendships, unusual ways, a more interesting way of life, and she's actually quite happy with the way that is all set up. And it's actually, the more she embraces that and embodies that, you know, it's really going to make the masculine feel a lot more secure to come forward, because there's no neediness there within the feminine, you see. And then obviously that is very magnetic for the masculine energy. So let's just pick one more card. I've got to check out the hotel in a minute, so okay. Oh, we've got 3 cards. Let's see what they say. Okay, we've got the Devil in reverse. Yeah, this is coming out of ego. There's no place for ego anymore in this relationship. This is about coming back into heart chakra. No games. If you sense the other person is in ego, in their own insecurities and their own dysfunctional thought patterns, just take a step back. Don't get drawn into it and don't mirror it, and don't go into your own unhealthy patterns. Spirit is reminding you to let go of all that now. You're on the search for something real here. This is the it looks like the Maiden of Pentacles. I'm assuming that would be the Page of Pentacles. You know, this is, I want something real. I do want, you know, I'm not satisfied unless it is real. And I'm not going to play any of these toxic games. And once she acknowledges that realness, the feminine energy person acknowledges, I want something real. I'm not going to get drawn into these toxic games. I'm standing in my worthiness. I'm standing in my power. I am rooted in my feminine energy. That is how the Page of Swords comes in, who can be a challenging energy, but it's a very masculine energy, and it's like he's up for the challenge, quite honestly. This is a sign that, yes, I will face this challenge no matter how hard it's going to feel. I've got the energy and I've got the power to do it. So that's how it's coming through. Let's just look at the bottom of the deck. Yes, that's fine, darling. And we've got the Three of Wands. Now, the Three of Wands, can you go and ask your sister to open those, please, darling? This is my daughter. She wants me to open her packet of crisps. Go on then.
But I don't want cream.
So the bottom of the deck, Three of Wands. There may be options for this feminine. We've got a feminine here with two masculines. As the feminine's moving into her heart chakra, into her true soul essence, you know, this is about her reclaiming herself, reclaiming her, you know, it's almost, I feel like the High Priestess, to be honest. Her High Priestess power, which is that, you know, she's very, this feminine person is very creative, very knowledgeable, but it all comes from within, seeks the answers themselves, doesn't need to look elsewhere for validation, knows their own beauty, knows their own purpose, really. They know their own value and are actually immersed in their own journey, learning experiences and realm. And there's a higher sort of energy to everything they do. And once they're immersed within that again, you know, they're becoming the Empress, which basically means that they're probably going to have options. In this card, you've got somebody with two options. There's a feminine in the middle, and then there's two masculines. It's a sexual energy here. So there could be two options here. So I'm going to leave you with that. If you do want a one-to-one reading, please do email me. The link is below. And thank you for liking and subscribing to this channel. Really appreciate that as well. Sending so much love from Glastonbury, and just really good energy. Peace.